What up, y'all? It's Monday, June 5th. It's been a little minute since I did a Picture Me Rolling, and I actually had a request for a video on ways that I keep my sugar intake under control. If you guys have been keeping up with me on Facebook, some Instagram, you'll see that I've been kind of on this kick in terms of making people aware of how the food industry is making us fat and sick, and a big part of that is done through sugar intake. And you'll find that sugar is in everything you can find has sugar in it, pretty much. I think something like 80% of the things in the grocery store have sugar in it. That's because sugar has addictive properties. Our bodies react to sugar like a drug. And the problems are, there's so many problems that you get: fatty liver, obesity, heart disease. All that stuff comes from all the sugar that we take in. So it's one of those points that I got to keep harping on or keep bringing up so that people are aware of it. Because a lot of people struggle with it, either silently or just accept defeat and just give in. So I made a list. I made two separate lists. One is action items of ways of things that you need to do to implement into your diet, and the other is philosophical, right, in terms of concepts that you need to adhere to keep yourself consistent throughout the long haul. Okay, so let's start with the action items. All right, and these are in no particular order, but they're all equally important. All right, number one is don't keep sweets around. All right, if you got them in your house, don't keep a bunch of sugary stuff around. If you have kids and you say, oh, well, my kids want the sugar, all you're doing is feeding into your kids' addiction to the sugar. And you're probably making your kids bounce off the walls every time you give them sugar. So start to find better ways to appease your kids when it comes to sweets. If you don't get them hooked on the stuff, then you want to keep feeding it to them and having them act a fool after they get hyped up on sugar, all right, on their sugar high. So don't keep it around. If they see it, if you see it, you're going to want it. And I don't care how much willpower you have, you just keep looking at Oreos and cookies sitting on the shelf all the time. At some point, you're going to break. So get it out of your house. Start teaching your kids better habits, or else you're just passing along your addiction to your kids. All right. Number two is stick to natural sugars. All right. There's plenty of sugar to be had that is natural, and I don't mean natural added sugars like brown sugar and cane sugar and all these other sugars. I'm talking about sugar that comes in the food that you're eating. All right. Sugars like fruit and vegetables. All right, get your natural sugars that occur naturally in the item that they come in, because those, as I mentioned before, they come with fiber. The fiber will block the sugar absorption and help you resist the addiction. All right, you don't see people getting addicted to fruit, but you see people getting addicted to chocolate and candy and all this other stuff, because those have addictive properties, especially these manufactured sugars. All right. So that's point number two, natural sugars. Use natural sugars to get the sweet into your, into your palate. That'll help to quench that sugary, that sugary urge that you'll have. Okay. Number three is eliminate out of your drinking completely. Like for me, I don't drink anything with sugar in it. Like occasionally I'll go out, I might have like a lemonade if I go out to dinner on like a cheat night. That's the only time I really have sugar. And a lot of times I won't even order it. Like my wife will order some lemonade or Shirley Temple or something, and I'll drink some of hers, sometimes all of it. But I don't order it for myself, because I know if I order it, I want to just keep knocking them back until I drink a whole bunch of them. I used to drink Ocean Sprays. Like, I used to go to the store and buy $50, $60, $70 worth of Ocean Spray, drink it in a week. And I used to be a real sugary drink junkie. And what you don't realize is that is just as bad. Those empty calories are worse, actually, because you're just drinking calories. You get no real satiety from it, so you don't get any fullness from it because it's not food, it's just drink. And you get all the sugar and all the added calories. So don't waste your calories drinking them through sugary drinks. If you're gonna drink any calories, let it be like a protein shake, or like some type of greens if you're not getting enough greens in your diet. All right. So number 3 is eliminate the sugary drinks, because that one is a big downfall for a lot of people. There are some alternatives that have flavor to them. Just watch out for the aspartame. Just avoid aspartame at all costs. Okay. Next, actually, a low carb diet or a diet that's higher in fat will help decrease your appetite, and it'll help decrease your need to have all the sugar. Because the thing is, if you keep teasing yourself with sugar, like, oh, I'm just going to eat a handful of M&Ms every day. All right, if you're a binge type person, if you have an addictive type personality where you get hooked on stuff real easy, you binge watch TV shows, you do anything you get hooked on. You get hooked on shoe shopping, whatever it is. If you're that type of personality, you can't tease yourself, especially if sweets are a weakness. You can't tease yourself with 1 or 2 Oreos a day, or 1 or a handful of M&Ms or a handful of gummy bears every day. It doesn't work. Don't tease yourself. All right. Now, if you're gonna say, like, occasionally, first you got to break the hold on you. All right, that's gonna be part of the philosophical points, but you got to break sugar's hold on you. So you might have to go cold turkey for a while, even if it's for a week or 2 weeks, to get it out of your system, or a month. It may be a month, but you've got to break the hold over yourself. You can't just continue to tease yourself and expect yourself not to fall off the edge. I can't eat 1 or 2 golden Oreos. I don't like regular Oreos, but I can't eat golden Oreos, because if I can't eat 3 of them, because I got to eat 6 or 7 of them just to feel like I ate enough to feel like I actually ate something, to feel like I actually enjoyed it. So I'm not going to eat golden Oreos. My wife will buy them and stick them in the cabinet. I've gotten to a point now where they'll sit in there for months on end, and I can ignore them. And that's a gradual progression. All right, this is me working at this for years. I've been training now for 8 years, 9 years, something like that. So I had to work my way up to that. There was times where I could not sit there and have those in the cupboard and not go and eat them. All right. And then have some healthier alternatives. As a lot of you know, I've mentioned Halo Top ice cream. Very low in sugar. For a whole pint, I think it's like 7 grams of sugar. All right. Lenny and Larry's vegan cookies. You get either single serving or a double serving. It's like between, I think, 8 and 16 grams of sugar. The big one, I think, is 16 grams of sugar, I think. Maybe that's 16 per serving, so maybe it's 32. I don't know. Read the label. But find some lower sugar alternatives. Don't think because you find some bar in the grocery store that says sports bar that is not loaded with sugar. Read the labels. Got to look at the labels and monitor your sugar intake. And that's point number 5. Limit your sugar intake and count it. All right. If you say, okay, I'm going into this day, I got 50 grams of sugar, added sugar. And I always say use added sugar, because natural sugars are not going to make you addicted to sugar. All right. It's the added sugars that are going to get you addicted. So just say, I'm going to this day, I got 50 grams of added sugars I'm going to allow in my diet. And actually, you probably want to start off, let's say 75. 75 grams, maybe even 100 grams on the high end of added sugars. If you're working out, if you're working out on a regular basis, I'll probably give you up to 100 grams of added sugar because you're going to burn, quite a bit. Okay, so just make sure that you set a limit and you count it. All right, you'd be surprised how much fulfillment you can get out of saying, okay, this is my sugar for today. I know how much I've got. Once I get to the end of it, that's it. I'm cutting it out. All right, instead of just saying, oh, spending the whole day like I can't eat any sugar, I can't eat any sugar, then you put too much pressure on yourself. If you give yourself some leeway to get the sugar that's necessary in your diet, and that's not to say, like I said before, if you have the addictive personality, that you get stuck on, M&Ms. You don't want it to be that. You don't want it to be candies and stuff. It's hard enough to limit your sugars just eating normal food. You're going to make it even hard on yourself adding candies and all that stuff that's just all sugar. Okay, so don't put yourself in a position to cater to your weaknesses. All right, cater to your strengths. Get your sugar in like some oatmeal. Get your sugar, because the oatmeal comes with fiber. It's going to block some of that absorption. So whatever sugar you get in there, let it be like some dried fruit, some dried cranberries or dried raisins or something like that in your oatmeal or in your salad or something like that. Okay, put some fruit in your salad. It's going to help with that satiety, as I mentioned before. All right, so this video is getting a little long, so I think I'll do the philosophical stuff in a different video. But these are some action items that you can take right away to help you get your sugar cravings under control. And just think now, and this will go on to the philosophical points, but just think, you can't look at this as, oh, I got this. All right, this is an ongoing battle. All right, just like your fitness is an ongoing battle. You don't get in shape and then just stay in shape for the rest of your life. You got to stay in shape. You don't get your diet in control. You don't get your diet under wraps and lose some weight and stay the same weight for the rest of your life. You got to keep working at it. It's the same thing with controlling urges and appetites and all these different things. This is a continual thing. It's got to be priority for the rest of your life if you want to keep it under control. All right, that's not to say that you don't get to let loose every now and then when you go on vacation, or you have your cheat days your scheduled cheat days or cheat meals, or whatever it may be. You're still going to have those, but you don't want to put yourself in a position to fail. All right, so you got to prepare for the long haul and consider it as a lifestyle change. All right, got to change your lifestyle if you want to change your results, if you want to stay consistent for the long haul. So hopefully that's helpful for you guys. Practice it, put these things into your life, into your habits, and make sure it's a priority. It's got to be a priority. If it's not a priority, it's never going to work. All right, it's got to be on your mind constantly, and keep people away from you that are negative influences. People showing up with donuts every day, and you just got to not hang out with that person. They coming in with donuts and you love donuts. They coming in with candy and cookies and stuff and giving you the stuff, knowing what your goals are. Then you got to tell them, hey, look, man, just, we can't be cool no more if you're going to be trying to sabotage my goals, all right, and make me fat and make me with diabetes and heart disease, all right, because this stuff is serious, man, and people are dying. So just keep it, like I said, make it a priority, keep it tight, get it right. Des White, holla at y'all later. Peace out.